And I was like, it's bed bugs, bitch. Like, well, you can call a person for bed bugs. There really wasn't people out for
Right.
bed bugs because they just changed what's that DEET that they had in the roach spray that killed everything, including people.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So this was I graduated in 2000. This was 2006. So it was like 2006. So you couldn't do like 1-800 bed bug and people come the fuck
Right.
out. You had to like pay for like some specialized exterminator to come and maybe tell you that you got bed bugs, but
Like
not
now
have to
they
get
got
rid of
some
them.
dog that like sniffs them out.
You still can't get rid of the bitches.
No, you definitely can't. I mean,
You gotta
they'll
get
let
rid
you
of all
know
your
it's there,
shit.
but they can't get rid of them, which is like it's another hustle I missed out on. Like
Yeah,
I
the
could
best
tell
of.
you it's a problem, but I can't fix the problem.
But you'll forever have customers
Yeah.
because they'll call you and be like, "Oh, come fix it," and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, you got them. Okay, here's what you can do." And they'll be like, "Well, you can't like fix the problem." You be like, "No, I can't. Here's my bill, $600." Okay, we're gonna have Adderall, Adderall
Yeah.
or nothing at all. I have no experience with Adderall. Do I? No, I had Xanax. I took some Xanax.
I've had Adderall before. It was actually fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
I
Like
wanted some, but I can't find none. I can't get none.
think like maybe 8 months. I did it straight, and it's bad for you because it's like,
They said the come downs like crack.
yeah, it is. Well, the whole like it's a super stimulant, so you're
Night.
like you're up. Like I remember, and like I would take it with like a 5 milligram and just be up for like 2 days. You get the whole. I remember I cleaned my freaking whole house inside and outside in like 2 days for one of those things, and then it just kept going. But yeah, no, it's bad because when you come down from it, it's like you're super down. But when you take one, you're like ready to go.
What's that movie? What's the movie with the magic drug and the guy was taking it and all of a sudden he's writing
Limitless.
novels? There's Limit the drug in Limitless was actually based on the effects of Adderall.
I believe it. Well, I saw the movie a couple times, and yeah, it is true. It's definitely something like that.
Because they were like, "Is there a drug like Limitless?" And they was like, actually, it was based on the like the observation of Adderall in clinical trials, how it like whatever your ism is, it fixes it, and then
Yes.
gives you other it like unlocks other fucking talents and things that you didn't even know that you fucking had, and takes the ism away at the same time.
Yes, that is true. But it's like even I feel that way like LSD. I feel like you unlock this part of your brain when you take it, especially like clean LSD, you unlock this part of your brain that you never really had access to, which is what it is with a lot of these drugs. Honestly, it's like people make it seem like all right, maybe you are hallucinating, but I like to be like, well, maybe you're just seeing life for what it really is, right? They say like kids or babies and animals, dogs, house cats, or whatever, they can see spirits and shit. So, like, let's say that there are spirits that are around us. We just, as we became adults or normal people, whatever the fuck that is, we learned how to train our mind to believe what is real and what's not real. So when you do take some sort of hallucinogenic and you start seeing shit, it's like, all right, is that actually, am I really just tweaking or am I just like letting all the walls down? Like the guard is down and I'm like completely vulnerable to the world.
I think it's both. I think the thing about animals and children is true, and there's some people that I think that those children, in general, it stops at like age 4.
Okay.
So the kid is too young to really express anything, but they'll point at something and say grandpa.
Right, right, right,
But the grandpa died before they were even fucking conceived, like before your parents even like got married.
right,
But they're pointing saying grandpa.
right,
Then later you'll go through a picture book and then the child will be like grandpa and point to a picture of somebody that she's really never met and would not have a memory of.
right.
And you'll be like, what the fuck is that? And then people are like, oh yeah, you feel like something's different, or it used to be his house, or you still feel him around. And like they'll other people will get like an air that somebody is around like that. But you usually forget. I think some people keep it.
Yeah. Well, that's why there are what mediums and shit like that.
I don't trust none of them motherfuckers,
You
but then
don't?
again, I mean, I don't know what. I don't know because it's weird. I have never had an urge to see these people because I have my own weird shit going on. So I don't want. I guess maybe I'm scared to have them validate my weird shit because if I
Mm.
can do weird shit, obviously other people can do weird shit.
And then
My
you won't
mother could
feel
do
as
weird shit.
special.
My mother could do really weird shit, and that's where I got it from.
Okay.
My siblings have it too, but I have a lot of it, and I look most like my mother. So maybe I'm scared of somebody validating it, or I kind of do the schizo thing where I don't want to hear too much circular weird shit stories because then I'll start like chasing a rabbit and then I'll be on like QAnon and vote for Trump like just that quick.
That's hilarious.
I'll be scared of that.
I, I've,
And
I've
then most of
I've
them,
only
I
wanted
think
to
they
see it
just have
just to
feelings.
validate it. Like I want to see if it's real. Like just to be like, all right, maybe you know, maybe there is something I don't want to know, and then that'll scare me enough to be like, all right, this is real. Like I ain't gonna play with that again.
I, I'm gonna do it. I'm looking for the person to do it. My homegirl's from the islands, and she has a person she went to, and she said they were really good. Sin has people that she sees, and she says that they're really good. But then Sin also spins off into like the back door of conspiracies at times. So I
Hmm.
don't know how to take or leave. My other homegirl, I believe her. I have more credence in what she says because she don't go off a cliff with the magical whatever the fuck's going on. But
So
I don't
yeah,
know.
I see what you're saying. I don't know. I mean, I believe a lot of this shit. Like, I mean, a lot of the one thing. So it's like that's easier to believe than fucking Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how there's some people that's
Shut
Santa
up all the
Claus
time,
is
all the time, fucking dedicated to believing in this
yeah,
goddamn. Where's my tooth fairy? Run me my money.
right,
Like believing in, believing in the Christopher Columbus. Believing in.
right. Well, I mean that's a whole nother argument. I mean, listen, I remember I fucking ruined the tooth fairy for my kids. My daughter like lost her tooth once when she was like real young, and I was supposed to put the money under her pillow, but I kept forgetting for like 3 nights in a row. I just kept forgetting.
Oh man.
So by the time I finally did it, it was like I don't know. I put like $5 under there. It was like it was just like slid it because it's like it was weird because I was like, what the fuck? Like, how you supposed to just go under there and like and take like I don't know.
My parents made it happen. They didn't do Christmas too well because I woke up and saw my parents walking past my bed with like packages.
That's crazy.
And then me and my logical shit, I was like, okay, so the
Maybe
Santa
Santa
Claus
dropped him
dude,
off. He knocked
the
on the
Santa
back
Claus
door.
dude. I was like, how? I was like, okay, so where's Santa be landing at exactly? Oh, he'd be on the roof.
We don't have a
All right.
chimney.
So how the fuck? I said, well, we don't have no chimney. So how he getting in here? Oh, he come to the window. I was like, oh,
Well, so he got like he repel. Is that what it is? Repel down
I
the
guess he
wall.
he doing the Tom Cruise. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so how does he know what
Some
I
old
want
fat white
exactly?
guy is like climbing down the side of. Okay.
How does he know what I want exactly? Oh, Santa knows everything. And I was like, okay. How? I'd be like,
Yeah, one of
I
those.
was
That's how
like,
I got kicked out of Sunday school. I just kept asking questions. How?
exactly how?
But how? It's like no, but Jesus did this. How? Or why? Well, he died for our sins.
How?
Like I wasn't even here. Like
How?
how? Why? It's like you know what? Don't bring him back anymore. He
And
asked
then
too many
you hear
questions.
bullshit. Like
Yeah,
whatever the fuck you just said, somehow my shit clicks as you're talking, and I'm like, mm-mm.
yeah. This don't make any sense to me.
So how is it that how?
How?
Tracy, sit down. Okay.
Why? That's what you
Tracy,
gotta
sit
you gotta pronounce the H when you say why. Why?
why?
How and why are you fucking lying to me?
But I don't understand. Give me a second. I'm like, I don't
We're
understand.
not
One,
supposed to
two,
understand, right?
three. Because if such and so and so, I'll explain why I don't understand, and then leave you back with how,
Why and
how,
how?
why.
This is why we get kicked out everywhere. I'm starting to understand. I ask too many questions, but
Do we
maybe
have
that's a
no?
defense
Are we wing?
mechanism.
Are we winging it? Or should this be darky malarkey and we just talking shit? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, we could play the intro and just run with it from there, and let's see what happens. You ready?
Well, this is your vacation. This is your bon voyage
Oh
show.
yeah, the Bon Voyage. Yeah, so I'll be celebrating 40 years. Here's to 40.
Yes,
Shit,
baby. We can just talk whatever the fuck.
sounds good to me. All right, let me grab. I guess I'll grab another beer then since we're partying. Hold on.
You know why we crack babies because we born in the 80s, that ADHD crazy.
Yep. Welcome back. Another episode of Potting Through Trauma. I'm your host, Fat Liver Jones. She is.
Tracy Renee Jones.
We are the Joneses. No relation. But yeah, no, we're here. We're here, supposedly to talk about some trauma and shit, but I guess we're just going to be cutting up.
Well, nigga, we made it.
Huh?
Nigga, we made it.
Yes, we did. We did. We're here. Another year.
The rapture. It was the rapture.
Oh shit, World War III is supposed to be starting. There's all types of shit that's going on in the world right
It
now.
was the earthquake, and then the fucking darkening of the moon.
The solar
and then
eclipse. Did you get your superpowers? Or do you
I
already
did.
have superpowers?
I did. My grandson and I had a conversation a few months ago, and he told me I will get my superpowers when it's time for them to awaken.
Do you know what your superpowers are? How do superpowers work? Aren't
It's
they
just some
supposed to
shit
like
you can
scare
do.
the shit out of you?
Sometimes it's some shit you can do that other people can't fucking do, and you stop telling people because they be like looking at you funny. So
Like
you
something's
can't tell
wrong with
them.
you.
What's homegirl that used to fall like she couldn't die? That shit was hilarious to me.
Who?
She's like, what was that? You have to find like the Tin Man, some fucking
Oh, the
long
Wizard of
ass.
Oz?
No, it was like a show, and everybody had superpowers, and they were
Power
all trying to
Rangers?
get together. No, it was like an
Captain
adult
Planet?
show. It was an adult show,
Oh, shit, I don't watch that
and there was
shit.
a little wait, it was a little white girl, and she couldn't die. That was her shit. So you had to save the cheerleader. So everybody's like looking for the cheerleader, and she's a cheerleader. But
Definitely didn't watch this shit. What was
I
it?
didn't
Saved
either.
by the
That's
Bell or
why
something?
shut up. No,
90210? One of the white
no,
shows.
no. Friends? Was it
Yeah, right?
Friends? Was it Cheers?
It's all the same shit.
But,
Seinfeld?
but she couldn't kill herself. And when she realized, like shit's happening, like a car accident, or maybe like she dropped a knife and she didn't die. Whatever, she's starting to realize that she can't get hurt. So now she's like jumping off a roof. But the shit was hilarious to me because she's like splat, and then she'd get up and like shake it off.
This is a weird. This was on TV?
Yes.
They allowed that? It sounds
You gotta
so
watch.
like
You gotta
traumatic.
watch the. You gotta watch the free channels. The free channels at like 8 o'clock. They be scandalous now. It's not just. It's not.
Right
It's not
now?
just.
Like
It's
this is
not
new?
just. No, this was old. This is like years
Oh.
ago.
I was about to say, you watch Tubi?
Like
Tubi got some shit on it.
Taurus Bay had me watching Tubi when I first met him. This is funny. This is like a year ago. It's like our anniversary. Um,
Oh.
Shut up. And we're watching, and
No, we're gonna have a round of applause for that. A year in the year of or in the season of tours, that's pretty cool.
he, I met him like. Well, I met him in February. I met him in January. We started kicking it in like end of February. Then I was like hanging out with him. We were chilling, and then we were like, uh, got to know each other in an adult manner about the beginning of April, because
Ah.
his birthday is 420.
Oh wow. Look at that. That is
Taurus Bay.
cool. That is cool. Little 420 baby.
He's a 420 baby, but he had the two. Like he just like threw it on, and I clowned the whole thing because I can barely watch regular TV. I can barely watch regular movies, and
Right.
I'd be like, well, how is it that what were you just saying? Why?
Why
How?
and
Why?
how?
Well, how did he turn on the left, but then he's driving down the right side of the street?
Hold on. You know
And they'd
what?
be like,
I got one for you. I got one for you. Check this out.
Who are these niggas? Who are these niggas?
who these
Who are
niggas?
these niggas?
Who these niggas? You shot this nigga, and then he dark skinned, and then when he in the hospital, you talking to a Puerto Rican.
Yo, them shits be
I was like,
crazy.
what is going on?
So that's funny. I be having my wife looking for like the inconsistencies in every show, movie, like all of the
Oh,
continuity shit. She be pointing shit out to me now. She be like, "Yeah, look, her hair was curly here, but you see it straight now, right?" And I was like, "Look at you, think you me." That's my shit though. That's the only reason like I like watching certain movies and shit. Other than like if it's like depending on what like genre I'm feeling. Some days I want action. Then there's I watch a lot of the horror shit myself. And then there's like just drama and shit. But sometimes it's mostly action, and the action shit is where you really got to pay attention because certain shit just be off. And if you're not
Yes.
like quick, you won't even catch it because it's action movies. There's too much going on, so they just be needing the shot to be on point. They don't really care about none of the continuity, or they try to, but you really can't. Like
But Tubi
that's
just
funny.
be just letting it go. Tubi just be flowing.
Yeah, Tubi don't care. They shoot the
They
same
don't
scene
care.
6 months apart.
Y'all doing the whole fucking movie is being staged in one house.
Mm-hmm.
And like you trying to design it in the back, and it's a church, it's a police precinct.
Right. But you could just tell like that doorway still looks the same. Like they got the freaking the dirty Jesus cross. Not the cross isn't dirty, but you know what I mean. When they take it down, you see the little dirt
The
smoke
dust stain,
spot.
yeah.
The soot stain.
But you watched it for
Yes.
comedic.
Yeah.
He wasn't fine. I myself cackled. I cackled.
Well, you're not
Loudly.
supposed to watch any of them to find, like there's no meaning to it. It's like it's pure entertainment.
Well, apparently he thought that was some type of fucking masterpiece because he got insulted.
Oh shit, you was hating on his flick?
Ooh,
That's
hot.
crazy.
And then hot, but don't say nothing. Oh, well, I'll make sure I pick something better next time. And I was like, and then I'm late. I was like, oh no, it wasn't bad.
No.
It was really
You
good 'cause
wasn't
it was
catching what
funny.
I was saying.
I was like, who this? Like, who wrote this? And I was like, why she look like that? That's not how a business looks. Who the fuck? What
Yeah,
the
you
fuck?
was definitely
How?
hating.
The entire movie.
He was hot.
He was hot.
He was hot.
Hot at me. But then he
Holy
picked a
shit.
dope ass movie the second time.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, that was so good. He was like, he was like, I finally figured out how to pick a decent movie. And I was like,
Nah, nigga was mad. Yo, you ain't like his favorite flick. He was like, yo, this shit right here was a masterpiece. And you just like shitted on my whole shit.
maybe. I don't know what to look. I don't know. But then I be having to realize like other people got feelings.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it be like that.
And
Sometimes
I
you
didn't
catch
even,
yourself and you be like, damn, all right, you know what? You right.
but picking out a movie for me, I didn't think that was like such a big thing for him to be insulted because I cackled the entire like I laughed so loud.
Nah, see, that's the thing though. Like when a motherfucker feel like they putting you onto something and you just like blatantly like just it's not the laugh, it's probably the way you did laugh. Like matter of factly, like yo,
Loud,
they can't be for real.
mouth open, like ignorant.
Damn. How many
Ignorant.
dates
And
in was this?
this was right about because I fucked up on his birthday too. This was about 3 weeks before my second fuck up.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
but we made
I
it.
mean, yeah. Listen, I'm of the firm belief of that. You know what? Just get it out the way, right? Because you know how they say most people you just meet their representation, their representative or whatever. Nah, just show up as yourself right from the gate. Because that way, if somebody doesn't like you, they can't really, you know what I'm saying? They can't play it off like they do like you. Like, nah, I'm going to be who I am from day one. So that way, if you don't like me, we can get this out the damn way and not play like nice for the sake of playing nice. Like, fuck that.
I didn't realize he would be so sensitive.
It's not sensitive. He's serious.
I didn't realize he'd be so serious about how the fuck with me, and well, that doesn't make sense. We've been
Nah, I'm
chilling
telling you,
hard for
like
like the
when you
past.
like a
We've been
movie,
chilling. We've been chilling hard for the past 2 months, not being physical, and now we just became physical. But in my mind, it's not that serious for him.
nah, it's super serious now. Well, we talked about that. That's like a transfer of energy. Once you start sharing energy, it's all real. It's like, so if I show you my favorite movie and you laugh at my shit, we got a serious problem.
I saw.
Who are these niggas?
Exactly. That's my favorite clip. I gotta make sure it's louder though, because this shit ain't coming through like I wanted to when I
So we
sampled
have.
it.
So we survived the apocalypse. We
Yes.
survived the shimmy shimmy that happened in New Jersey.
Yeah,
World War III is pending, so we
it
still have a
is
little
pending. So
time.
so what's going on with that? Because I saw that yesterday trending, and everybody's like, "Oh, y'all laughing about these freaking hip hop takes." Oh no, who was that? Saigon tweeted that shit, right? And I like retweeted. I'm like, "Yeah, we gonna tweet right through it," because he was like, "All right, you know, this shit's funny, but what y'all
Pay
gonna do
attention.
when World War III? Yeah, pay attention. Like, nigga, we just gonna tweet
We
through
gonna
it."
be saying motherfucker gonna be trying to reach out and say some shit on the social media as long as that bitch
Exactly.
is responding.
Yo, niggas was in the middle of dying from a respiratory virus that nobody knew how to control. And guess what everybody did? Tweeted right through that shit. Like, yeah, it was fucked up. We lost fucking God knows like how many people to this actual thing. And guess what? People were online because everybody's like, for the most part, we're all self-absorbed. Like we're all living in our own little world, and we're concerned with us and ours. And until something affects you personally, you're not going to give a shit. And sometimes people still don't give a shit. So my point was, is like, what the hell is going on? So who is it?
I,
Iran
I
attacked
one of them
Israel.
one of them angry Muslim. I'm
Uh
about to say
oh.
shit all ass
Uh
backward.
oh. Oh
I was
shit.
drinking, you drinking, we celebrating. We're fucking celebrating, and
It's Taurus season, baby. Let's
we
go.
talking how we talking, and
Let's
I
fucking
don't know.
go.
Some motherfuckers from the Middle East, I think that's where they at. They bombed these niggas. They bombed Israel, and Israel was like, oh my god, like they're like dumb and insulted.
They said, "Oh my God, no!"
They're like, oh my god, because you over here whipping Palestine's ass.
Exactly. They had it. See, here's the whole thing. That's fucked up.
Israel and Palestine was having a fight,
Yeah.
and Iran fucking sucker punched
Exactly.
Israel because Palestine's too small to beat his ass, but you get like your homie, not
Right.
your homie. I don't like that motherfucker. So I see he getting the mix of it. Let me get some of that.
But here's the thing. What do we got to do with this? We ain't got shit to do with this. The motherfuckers is outside fighting. Let them fight. When they get over it, then they come inside, dust themselves off, and we all sit down like adults. Why we got to go put our nose in their business?
Cause we're like Israel's cousin, who he expects to jump in the fight because
Nigga,
this
no.
dude he going whip my ass. I'm beating on little Palestine. Big Iran is beating on me. Now
Man.
I expect big other cousin to come get me
Who are these
because
niggas?
I picked the wrong motherfuckers and now I'm getting my ass whooped.
Who are these niggas?
So,
Who are these niggas?
Who the fuck are they? Like, I don't know none of them niggas.
but we come from like the global family where you can't ask those questions from your irresponsible family members. I don't care who started the fight. If I see my people in it, I'm just gonna get in it, right or wrong. I'm not like that. See, I'm not like that.
I'm not either. Like, I
I'm not.
definitely need to
I'm gonna,
hear.
you ain't gonna beat my friend to death. But look, if you out
Right.
here cruising and somebody fucking call your card
But they've been
and you
beefing for shit as long as I've been alive.
that too.
Isn't that whole like there was a whole joke back when I was a kid? It was called peace in the, like when people would say peace in the Middle East, let it rain in Spain, all of that shit. Like this is clearly something that has been happening forever, and now all of a sudden we all got to give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you got people over there and that that's where you come from, cool, I understand that. But me and mine, we don't know what the fuck's going on. Like we really don't, and we shouldn't feel like we have to speak on it. And all of a sudden that Iran got into this, it's like everybody's like, oh my God, it's World War III. Because somebody else tweeted it was like an attack on Israel's attack on America. And Black Twitter had a field day with that shit. It was like, nigga, no. Somebody even pulled up a map. They said, do you know where America is and where Israel is? You see how big that space is in between? So it's one of the, and it's like, I'm not hating because I don't want nobody to take it as, oh, that's slander. But the reality of it is like we got tons of other issues to be concerned about, especially here in America. So the last thing I need to be worried about is somebody else's war. Me personally, this is Fat Liver Jones, Anthony speaking. I don't really feel the need to concern myself with it. And I'm too old to be drafted, so what the fuck do I care?
Okay, they don't got no nuclear weapons, so whatever.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Man,
Right?
fuck them. Sorry. We should have got you some nukes when it was time. Did you watch Oppenheimer? I watched that actually. and I think I'm gonna watch it again. It's definitely one of those like Brainiac movies to where though you got to watch it like 2 or 3 times to catch everything that's going on.
They're
But
saying Israel does have nuclear weapons, but it has not been confirmed
nor denied. See them little.
nor denied.
All right, let's move along before I say something wrong.
Because
So so
we can't mention the people's
exactly
shit.
the Untouchables. So former President Trump was buying black folks Chick-fil-A in Atlanta.
Don't they always?
What? Trump?
Watermelon motherfuckers show up election time. Niggas get all the watermelon and all the chicken. Fried chicken is like the universal marketing tactic for towards Negroes.
First of all, Chick-fil-A used to be way better before they stepped on it. They totally stepped on the Chick-fil-A. It ain't the old Chick-fil-A.
I didn't fuck with them because they got their political issues.
Oh, cause they like Southern Baptists or some shit.
Not even they hate everything that makes America great. They don't like abortions. They don't like gay people.
Right,
They don't
Southern
like
Baptists, right?
they're like super conservative. They close on Sundays. Like
Southern Baptists, right? Am I saying something wrong? Is my mic on? Hello?
I don't know Southern Baptists. I ain't from down south.
But you got family that's from down there, right? Or no? Is your family not from the South?
What I say?
Are you a real Negro?
Who are these niggas?
No,
Who are these niggas?
partially.
So, in the South, they take like religion is like,
I know that like the Bible Belt shit.
yeah.
It's like bitch can't breathe out here because y'all got y'all ways.
Listen, the I forget what state it's in, but driving through the South, like we was heading to New Orleans, so from Maine to New Orleans. But there's this one place where it's like there's 3 big ass crosses along the highway. Like when I say big, I mean big. Like you cannot miss them. You see them from freaking miles away, and that's when like that they are serious about their Jesus and their religion down there. They do not play. That's why when it's like, I mean, I get it. See, here's the thing with me, right? If I'm not a religious person, right? Because once again, why, and how? I have too many questions, and so which is fine, but I still respect everybody's beliefs. Which is why when people have their little weird quirks and beliefs about whatever, I leave it to that. I just feel like you shouldn't be trying to imply that shit on everybody else, right? Like this country, you should not be trying to use religion to get votes. You know what I'm saying? Like you should like be who you are, but understandably, to understand the history of this quote unquote air quotes great land that we're in is to know that these motherfuckers only came over here because they couldn't do what they wanted to do over there, right? Which is why there's the 2 versions of the Bible, right? Which if I was any person in religion, like, hold up, you're not going to try to tell me, sell me 2 different books of the same fucking story, but you just twisted it differently because you can't. You see what I'm saying?
I can't get the box set. They don't come together.
I don't even want it. It's too much now. Because now you're going to tell me that his story is stepped on and yours ain't the remix. Who got the original out here?
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus. Buenas noches, papi.
I can't fuck with. I'm weird with religion, but I'm the same. Like, okay, do your thing over there if it worked for you, but stay over there with it. The issue is that Chick-fil-A is a huge political.
It is.
They dump money into whatever the fuck.
Right. Which
and these politicians are talking crazy. They're
they
like
eat the shit
radicals.
up.
But everybody who went about changing laws, certain laws,
yeah,
things involving sex and modesty and what was like not good and for a good person, it's like the same shit. Those were all super conservative Christian motherfuckers who had skeletons in their closet. It goes with it. It's something about that radical shit. You're radical because you feel paranoid about some bullshit when the lights go out.
Some bullshit that you did. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else.
You're trying to like get away everybody that looks like and acts like you because you got some shit in your closet, so you go out in the world to go fight the thing in your closet to separate yourself from its existence. I'm peeping that. But yeah, Chick-fil-A be all into some like strange shit.
Listen,
so I was like,
here's the
I ain't
thing.
fucking with y'all chicken.
The
But then I
chicken is
did,
good though.
and I love it.
I was about to ask, did you actually ever
I
have
did.
it?
I stood my ground
Why
as long as I
and
could.
how?
I stood my in Newport Mall. I stood my
Mm.
ground as long as I could. I tried.
I mean, so my thing is this, right? Like, and we'll get back to Trump doing this little thing in a second, but I just personally don't care what I don't want to hear what these where these companies spend their money at, right? Because if I'm shopping with you, it's like the and I hate to use this equivalent, but the drug deal on the corner. You don't care what the nigga is spending his money on. If you want the drug, guess what? You're gonna spend your money with him. If he's got the best product, that's where you're spending your money at. You don't care how many kids this motherfucker got. You don't care because you know what? If you need to steal from him and his family, guess what you're gonna do to get your drugs? You're gonna steal from them. So they don't care. And it's the same thing with consumerism. Like you're not necessarily an addict, but when you're spending money, you're buying the best product because for whatever reason you need it. So I don't need to know where you're spending your money. As long as I know when I come here, I can get what I want at the best price. I'm gonna get the fuck on. Why do I
So
need to know? I'm not the moral fucking police.
you're into plausible deniability.
Okay, it's like
Well, it
this,
doesn't. Well, that the Chick-fil-A thing wouldn't affect you necessarily because you're not in the alphabet family.
right? But I mean, if it doesn't matter so that's what I'm saying. Even I don't have to like I'm part of one of the if not the most marginalized communities. I'm black. I'm American black. So it's like everything kind of is affected by me. Like yeah, I'm a man and I might have certain other rights that women don't have off the back, but like the reality of it is I still got to fight just as hard as the next person to get a meal. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you want your Chick-fil-A when you do that.
Right. Listen, the shit slaps. It's not my fault that I love chicken. It's fucked up.
And that's why they be coming to bring us chicken when they want our votes.
But here's the thing. So you think that Trump needs to buy people chicken to get their votes? You don't think Biden's doing a butchered up job enough to give his votes away?
No, it doesn't mean it doesn't. One doesn't mean the other. It's just your campaign, your idea of campaigning, which is the whole thing of Trump. Your idea of campaigning is to perform,
Right.
and then your performance is like the most problematic, the
It
most
is.
problematic. And baby, there's so many ways. Like you can.
Listen, I don't like
There's
neither
so
of
many
these
ways to
motherfuckers.
do. There's so many ways to do pandering where
Right.
people don't notice it's pandering, but when everybody notices, like, oh my god, like when your efforts become a joke, that just goes with the Trump
But the
brand.
motherfucker, he's like, when you look at him, right, it's like the class clown of the school. The nigga just always was making jokes, right? Like, he just couldn't help. Everything he did, he had to make it a joke, whether it was covering up for insecurity or whatever the fuck it was. That's what the nigga did. And every time you see this motherfucker on TV, he's going to give you a hot take. It doesn't make it right. And it's not saying that. Like, I don't think he's a good person. Honestly, I don't think any white man over the age of 60 is a good man. But that's another conversation for another day. Point being, I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. But for the sake of entertainment, we were just talking about watching Tubi. So it's like,
Trump is Tubi.
there we go. Hot take. And they both begin with T. TT.
Oh my god, but that's our president. But then it's weird. Democrats are too like fair and like easygoing to be aggressive and like underhanded. Republicans aren't. No one's talking about actual like political things
Right.
because I don't even think the public understands what the fuck politics is at this point in time.
No, it's all
As opposed to
skewed.
just acting like I'm this person that I deserve to be. It's like rock star shit. I deserve
Yeah.
to be.
Fuck that. See, that's why it's like, when you look at it, it's like it's all a fucking joke right now. Like nobody understands anything that's going on. Like they're sitting here throwing shit at a wall, seeing what stick, what people are going to hold on to today, right? Like I wouldn't be surprised if they start talking about freaking the hip hop wars that's going on and why it's so fucking prevalent to see. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the dumb shit.
Baby, he dropped some sneakers that look like J's, yo.
They actually
Like
are
the Trump 2000s. Like what is going on in my world right now?
the MAGA ones. Nah, them
My
shits are they are the silhouette of the Jordan 1
my
or
degree
the
is in
dunks,
political
but they're the
science, and the
same
way
sneaker.
I want to throw my whole fucking degree. I just want to throw it. I'm ashamed that I studied political science because I'm out here by myself.
I'm ashamed that at this big age of mine that I'm really wrapped up into politics the way that I am. I used to never give a fuck about this shit because it didn't matter to me. And to this point, it still doesn't matter. But it's like when you start looking at shit in the way that they're treating people, like my whole argument is this: I'm an American, and at this point, I'd rather be a fucking migrant because I feel like I would get way more of a leg up in today's society, right? Like you come here, you don't have anything. They'll give you a little something to start with, but you at least get a little heads up. Like they didn't give a shit. We still waiting on our 40 acres and a mule, allegedly.
Reparations.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. So it's like when you
Oh, so
see,
you a FBA?
I don't know. No, I'm a nigga.
Is that a classification? Where's the box at? I'm a
I
nigga.
don't know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, so that goes into a whole nother conversation, right? The whole that streamer, what's his name, Kai Cenat, going off
Yeah.
about how black Americans don't have any culture.
All foreign black people say that.
Yo, and this is something that
Not even foreign black people. Everybody outside the United States says that about Americans.
black Americans,
No, Americans.
right? But we're talking about other.
Other blacks talking about black Americans. But
Exactly.
every country knows we're dumb. Everybody.
No, that's fine, but we're talking about
The niggas talking about the niggas.
exactly, right?
The new
Where's my
niggas.
favorite?
The nouveau niggas talking about the traditional niggas.
Listen, yo, because so you grew up over here, or not over here, but up on the East Coast, right? Specifically, because this is something that we went to school with a lot of Caribbean motherfuckers, and they parents always looked at us, the Black Americans, as we were lazy. What was the other word? Spoiled.
Ungrateful.
Yeah, all of that shit. And it's like, how so, motherfucker? Like, we were born here. We don't have anything. Like, a lot of the Caribbean and West Indians, like, all of them that they come here, they have some sort of culture that they can hold on to. With, in a sense, like, we don't have that here. So we're still trying to figure it out. But when y'all come here and y'all, like, shit on us, like, y'all are better than us, when in reality, the white folks still look at y'all the same as us. It's just that y'all try to let the shit that they say roll off your shoulders, but we say something, it's like you want to attack. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's one of those things, and we've been saying this for years, and all of a sudden, because I went to school with like mad foreign niggas, and it's not to say that on some old like flex and shit, but like, and one of the kids I went to private school with, nigga, he ended up, unaliving himself in like high school. But he went to another high school. But I knew the dude, and like he was a foreigner, but his father was so hard on him, like just super hard on him. Used to tell him, "Oh, you keep fucking around, you gonna end up like these American black kids," and just like
Yeah.
shitting on him. And I forget what happened was, but he ended up getting a bad grade, or he ended up failing a class. Like, and he was so like terrified of his father that the nigga took his own life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, to think about some shit like that, to where as though you would raise your kid to be that. I'm sure, I don't know his father, but my thought process at the time was you would do that to your own kid to the point that they feel like they're not worthy because they fuck up. Like, you should be able to fuck up and learn from your fuck up, not fuck up and then really feel like you got some sort of resentment. I mean, this goes back into last episode where it's like the abusive parenting. Like, how do you not allow your kid to have a fuck up in school?
That's a lot. That's the Asian cultures.
Oh yeah.
Like they got some weird shit like perfection and competition and accolades and like there is no failure. But that's also a reason why American families would put their kids into private schools, because that instilled in you accomplishment is the goal,
Right.
not necessarily get educated, but the
Accomplish
education
something.
is going to allow you to be competitive. So the more foreign kids you had in school, the more demanding the curriculum is.
This is
And
true.
that's because these motherfuckers believe in education, and like dedication. They believe in like accomplishing focus, and that's how they base their worth, and
Mm.
definitely your quality of life. Because in fucked up countries, education is really important. Like the whole family will chip in just to send one motherfucker to school,
Right. Which I
because that one
get.
motherfucker getting in school will uplift the entire family, which is true for anybody that
Right, but
has
one little
college
fuck up
people
in
in their
school
family.
isn't the end of the world. Maybe, whatever. Maybe this is my privilege talking, right? Being the
Uh
motherfucker. Oh,
huh.
you're smart and you're. It's like,
You could try again tomorrow.
exactly. That's how I was always taught. Like, because if you fuck up today, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But apparently, not everybody got. I just remember feeling bad for that kid. Because, like, we spent a lot of time at detention together, just being terrorist motherfuckers in the class on some old, you want to show out. But when I heard about that, and, like, we went to different high schools at this point, and it was like, it bothered me. Like, it really did. And even to this day, just speaking about it, when I see shit like, I was going to play the tweet, but the person I retweeted it from got rid of it. So I can't, or maybe they're scrubbing the internet with it, because that dude Casanat, he's got a pretty big following. Like, the motherfucker makes some
A
bread.
hell of a huge following.
Yeah, he's like he's part of that streaming generation, which, I respect, but it's like, once again, like, those little motherfuckers just don't respect anything that came before them. They feel like, everything that came before them is like old and dated, and it's like, it's not. Like, I get it, because yeah, I can see why you would say that, but the reality of it is if it wasn't for the motherfuckers of yesteryear, there would be no room for you today. Like, these
Mm.
motherfuckers just failed to realize that. It's not like, oh, this would have happened if this, like, no, like, none of this shit
If
that's
we lost the
happening.
Civil War, your ass would not have been hopping the fuck on a plane and coming over here.
Hello.
Who are these niggas? Who are these niggas?
If we didn't contribute to the industrial revolution of this country, you wouldn't have been hopping your ass to come the fuck over here
Who are these
and make a
niggas?
living.
Who are these niggas?
Which is funny, because you know what I've been watching, and I keep going back to it, is it's called Manhunt. It's on Apple TV, Apple TV Plus, one of those. I don't, whatever. Anyway, it's about John Wilkes Booth, the nigga that killed Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
But the reason he killed him was because Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, blah blah blah, all of that shit. But it's all political. Like, this
Yes.
motherfucker killed him over some other shit, and this nigga was an actor.
Yeah, he was. I knew that.
Yo, that shit is crazy. Listen,
He killed him in the theater. So he went
yeah,
going past everybody he knew. He was like, "Hey, Sarah," the candy girl,
yup,
the coat check dude.
yup.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, boo. And he just like did his thing.
But I keep watching it because I'm really trying to pay attention to it to really understand. But the reality of it was, these motherfuckers just hated him because he wanted change so bad. But the reason he wanted change had nothing to do with liking black people. It just had to do with business.
Of course.
And, like, these motherfuckers just couldn't see it. And to this day, they benefit. Yo, shit is crazy, yo.
It's always been about business. Like people think that the slave trade started because whites dislike blacks. No,
No, they just
they
wanted
was there
somebody to
was
do
a
the
there
work.
was a means to collect there was a means to collect people to do work,
Yeah.
and then because of skin color and the isolation, you can pick out who I am versus who they are.
And let's not get it fucked up. It had nothing to do about, because, I mean, even when you look at butlers and shit, right? If we go as far back into history as you can go, like, there's always been people doing something for somebody else. whether it was voluntary or most times involuntary. For that point, like we ain't even gonna say
Every
voluntarily because nobody ever volunteered. Hey,
ev-
let me spit shine your
every
shoes.
civilization had slaves.
Yeah, they
Every
all had slaves.
civilization had a low class or
Yes,
a ostracized class.
it's
So
just
yeah,
that the fucking Europeans took fucking slavery to a whole new like just brutal like tactic. The way that they did it over here was like just it was gross. It was. It's like, and that's why they say that, which is part of the argument, right, for reparations and shit. Because what everybody that from the past are trying to argue is that, well, everybody had slaves. It wasn't like we did something that was wrong, but it's like, no, the way that y'all treated the slaves was wrong. Like y'all fucking was like,
you made it into a commercial business.
yeah, and it was brutal. Like you're putting people into freaking you're stacking them like cargo in the ships. People are dying on top of one another. Like it wasn't like it was some sort of nice thing. I mean, there's no way to make it nice, but the way that they did it was just like brutal. And then you're like you're mating this one with that one. Like these niggas had a whole fucking twisted system going on. To where as though that's why we have these fucking athletes out here today. This is my take, and I stand on it.
Oh,
They were trying to make the perfect Negro. This is
they
what they
were.
want. That's what slave breeding was, right? They were trying to make
They
the
were.
nigga that would not get tired. He would be big. He'd be strong. He could work for hours on end. That's why you got 8'10" fucking niggas
You
out
see
here
them
running up
boys
and down
down
the
south.
back. Yeah,
Them boys down south be yeah.
cornbread fat motherfuckers just dunking and like, and it's like when you look at it, it's like not much has really changed. It's just now they give them a little bit of money. You know, oh, you take some money and you look good, but make sure you run up and down that court.
I'll, we'll do Mandingo fighting in another show because there's
Oh man,
that's what coaches have been accused of.
you know what's crazy is no matter what we talk about, we can find the trauma tied into it.
Everything, just
Like
life, waking up.
there's everything that happens. There's some sort of trauma tied to it, whether it's beautiful or ugly. It's fucking crazy. So,
So
you want to get in? We never really talked about Trump buying the chicken, but I guess listen, it speaks for itself. It was fucking gross. It was egregious.
I mean, why? It's just a chicken, and then
The black girl that hugged him
everything,
was
just
crazy though.
everything. You know damn well your shift be having three motherfuckers, and you had like 15 motherfuckers back there, people mopping the floor. I hate that corporate shit. They used to do that shit at UPS. We in this bitch, machines don't work. There's no fucking alarms out this motherfucker. There's no fresh air in this bitch. The
Nope.
fans don't fucking work. There's no water coolers. The shit's like fucking across the goddamn warehouse floor. Like insanity. Insanity. Next thing you know, motherfuckers is painting the caution signs where the trucks go. Motherfuckers is replacing signs. People up in here vacuuming shit all up in
Y'all
the
was just doing the
ceiling.
most.
They're giving out gloves to everybody. Like I'm like, the fuck going on?
Y'all was
Oh,
really doing the
so and
most.
so is coming to visit next week. We're having a interview with Time Magazine, and they're gonna be coming here to take
Yeah, so we
pictures.
got spit shine the floors. You
Yeah,
Negroes act like y'all been here before.
try not to die while you're working in 110-degree heat,
That's crazy.
please.
No, they don't care,
So
man.
yeah, but then and it's like, who are you joking with that? Like, what store you go into that ain't got the bare minimum of people in there? You used to be able to go into Target, motherfucker be just chilling, walking up and down the aisle, like fixing some boxes and shit. Now you see a motherfucker pulling some big ass cart full of 8,000 products to put
You
them
know what's
back,
funny?
and they're like,
I know what that's called when they're in the aisle fixing the boxes or the shit on the shelves.
"What's it called?"
It's called facing.
Oh, oh yeah.
It is. So
Facing sounds like something that you do with your people at night. Facing.
it does. It definitely does.
Facing sounds like, yeah, that sounds like some shit you don't want everybody to know that you do.
It well, listen. Nah, the only reason I know it is because, like, one of my first jobs ever, I worked at Rite Aid, right? In retail, which I fucking hated doing retail for numerous reasons. But one of the things was it about is like if you go into a store, like usually, you know what people do, and I'm sure you're probably one of those people too. You never take the one that's in the front, right? If something's on the shelf, you don't take the first one, you take the second one. So
There's
usually,
nothing wrong with it.
right, because everybody touches it and got their fingers all over it. So what people do is they take the first one, move it, push it to the back or whatever, and then they take the next one. And then everybody does that. So when you go to a shelf, right, if you pull up and you're looking for fucking vanilla extract,
The
and
labels ain't got shit to do with what's
right,
going on the shelf.
you can't even see what's down. Like, you're not even looking at the label on the shelf. You're looking for the item. So if you're walking down the aisle and everything's good, but you get to that one spot and it looks like a missing tooth because everybody done been taking the vanilla extract and taking one, pushing it to the back. You see what I'm saying? So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take them all and pull them to the front so that it doesn't look like there's a missing tooth. So when somebody pulls up, oh, here's the vanilla extract. Not because what happens is when people are shopping and most people aren't like trying to really search. They want to see what they want to get what they get and go. Nobody's trying to spend as much time as they do in the supermarket, but they end up doing it anyway. Whatever. You pull up, you're supposed to grab it and go. But if you don't see it, now you're like, oh my God, where's the vanilla extract? It's right there, but you're not looking into the freaking dark hole that where it's supposed to be because it shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's a ism of American.
I get my product, man. I'm gonna climb all the fucking that fucking shelf. I'm gonna move every box in this bitch and like
You
closely
are,
look at it.
but
'Cause
most
I
the
want
average
fuck that I want.
customer isn't going to do that. I'm telling
I
you,
know.
the shit
I
is
know.
crazy because they'll come and ask you, I don't see any vanilla extract. Do you have any? And then you go back there and you're like, yeah, it's right here. You're reaching in the back of the thing, and the lady's like, well, why would it be there? I don't fucking know, Karen.
You stupid.
Who are these niggas?
Well, they don't got them people no more. Like they got like one person
Yo, they got a
trying to
fucking robot in shop, right?
oh
Things
what?
called like Tandy or Tally or some shit like that. This old dude was in the shopping cart and he got a kick out of it because I'm like, I was looking for this Creole season and I was so pissed off, right? Because I'm standing on the aisle and I'm looking for it and this goddamn thing comes moving down the aisle and it's like, you're like, all right, motherfucker, I move. Meanwhile, this old guy's in a goddamn little fucking wheelchair cart thing, motorized motherfucker, smelling like a box of cigarettes. And he's laughing. It's like, the Tally or whatever. It's like, he's in the way, blah, blah, blah. I was like, fucking fuck Tally. Like, move. So I move. The thing goes around me. But then it busts a U-turn and come back down the aisle. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm ready to knock this thing over. But it's a damn little robot that takes fucking count or tally of everything that's on the shelf. It's fucking crazy.
That's bothering me. I don't
And
want a robot touching on my life. Get away.
well, listen, it doesn't even touch anything. It just like takes a scan of it. But not even that. They're getting rid of fucking cashiers too. I feel like if we got to do self checkout, I should get a discount.
Everybody says that. You're not
It's the
paying.
truth. Why the fuck?
But that's it. Motherfuckers will drain the fuck out of you
But
and
why I gotta ring the shit up
not
too? I gotta
cut.
ring it up
They
and
won't
bag
cut
it.
nothing. They won't cut anything anywhere. There's no like humans around,
I gotta
and
ring
they
the shit up. I
and they're
gotta
voting against your best interest.
I gotta bag it and I gotta bring my own bags now. Come on now. What the fuck? And I still gotta pay full price? You don't see the problem with this?
We deserve reparations.
Who are these niggas?
I'm gonna keep saying that. Who, why, and how?
Our whole shit is just like disgusting in this country. It's really disgusting. And the thing about everybody not with the political whatever the fuck they're angry about, you spend more time online complaining about it than you ever did trying to actually manage the problem.
That's funny. I don't really get online and vent. That used to be the thing way back. Like '09 Twitter. Get online and vent about whatever you're going through.
All your feelings.
Yeah. Because
All
now
of it.
motherfuckers just going to make fun of your insecurities. Like, they got gray hairs. They be like, hi, old man. What the fuck? Like,
That shit. People be popping off. People be popping off on Twitter.
yeah. You could be like mourning the death of your grandma. Like, fuck that old bitch. It's like, whoa, son. Like, You don't even like you got a problem with me, but because my grandma died, she a op too. Like these young
They don't
kids,
even have a problem with you. You just float down their timeline and
yeah.
decide to say fuck you and
I
your
don't
grandma and your
even
dead granny.
exactly like damn.
Was
They'd
we
be
that
like
bad?
taking a picture at the grandma site, like why? Like yo, there's
Was we
something
that
wrong with
bad?
these kids.
Was we that bad in 2009 though?
Um, I was about to. I would like to say that we were worse because motherfuckers was just saying anything.
We were worse. We were worse.
I'll never forget the time. Like I think the first time, like I took a joke and went too far. Cause remember when like getting your hashtag trending was like a thing, right? It was like who trying to you would come up with a phrase and try to get your hashtag trending. And so one of the trending hashtags was it had something to do with immigration. I forget what it was exactly.
Oh boy.
But I made a
Oh boy.
joke about Mexicans and when they see niggas in suits. And this one nigga was like, he was not having that shit. And I was like, yo, it's a joke. He's like, nah, that shit ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people that's out here running from ICE and da 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 da. And I was like, damn, dude, like that was like the beginning of the end of like my Twitter tirade when I like used to wild out. Like now I'm like way more chill, but like I said some like it, and I don't even think the joke was that bad. I just think I was like, Mexicans see a nigga in a suit and go running the other way, thinking that it's border patrol, and nigga was like, nah, fuck that, that ain't right, blah blah blah. And I was like, my
That
bad.
shit funny though. That shit funny
It
though.
was funny, and even to this day, I still think it's funny. But I was like so perplexed because I was like, Dad, like the nigga tried to call me racist, and I was like, nigga, I ain't racist. I don't hate Mexicans. I just think that it was funny to say that you niggas don't got papers. Like, what the
They
fuck?
might just run. I don't hate Mexicans, but they
Yeah.
just might run when they
They
see a
just might run
motherfucker
when they see a nigga in the suit asking them questions.
stand on business.
Like,
The motherfucker stand on business and they don't like it.
oh no, that's what it was. That's what it was. Now I remember. It was if a motherfucker in a suit come and ask them for directions, they gonna go running the opposite
Stupid.
way.
Well, shit. If a cop slow down his car, motherfucking niggas take off.
Yeah. Like that's what I thought. That's how I looked at it too. I was like, well, look, you make a black joke, like I can't really be upset, like especially if it's funny. Like I'm gonna laugh and be like, damn, that's fucked up. But and it like there's no malicious intent to it. It was literally just, motherfuckers trying to get the hashtag trending. I forget what the damn hashtag was, but whatever. I've only had like maybe 2 or 3 like hashtags trending that day.
That day.
Well, no,
Well,
that era. You know what I mean? Like that era, like
you had more than that.
2009 to 12. Well, I mean, I did.
You had more than that.
Yeah, probably. But I mean,
You
like
acting like
ones
I
that
was
really
there.
popped off. But I'm talking about ones that really like popped off to where as though it was like bigger than me. To where as though like I didn't understand the reach of Twitter until like.
How many people you had on Occupy Barstool?
Shit.
Your numbers was nuts.
Yeah, nah, it was a few. But that was also like that was due to like networking, right? That was like you plugging me with Trills and then me and Trills doing our thing, and you know what I'm saying? It was like I tapped into like a lot of different circuits. So it wasn't just me, but I'm talking about like things that I like came up with and I was like, all right, this would be dope. Like
How old were you in 2009?
goddamn, you got me trying to do math right now.
Why is it that long ago though?
I don't know, what is that, like 15 years? No.
No, is it 13? No. Why we
No,
can't
no,
do
no,
math
no,
when
no,
you
no,
went to
no.
private school? You went to private school, can't do math. What?
Yeah, I fucking hate numbers. Like
1 plus
like
1.
math gives me fucking anxiety. Like
Carry the
even
2.
just trying to do it. So what is it? 21, yeah. So it's like 15 years ago.
I've known you for 15 years.
Yes.
Shit!
Oh shit.
Drop a bomb! Drop a fucking bomb!
Wow. It has been that long.
So you were in your mid 20s.
Yes. I was 27. Was I 27?
and now
Yeah,
you're about to be 40. Ah!
that's crazy. So no, I wasn't. Jesus, I was
You
25.
about to be 40. You're about to be 40.
I
That's
am.
grown man. That's grown man ageism.
That's crazy. Which is funny because I never saw life past 36.
I didn't see past 18, but go ahead, go off.
No, it was weird. Like I don't know. Like I was just like, oh, when I'm 36, my daughter will be 18, and I was like, all right, life. But I didn't know what life would look like outside of that. And here I am, about to be 40, fucking married, got some grays all in my beard and shit. So,
Ah! And you don't do the things. You don't do a lot of the things.
oh yeah, no, I don't party as much as I used to,
You don't
recreationally.
change. You don't decide to move different states every
Oh
six
yeah,
months.
no, I'm a little more stable. I don't move around. Um, yeah, no, I mean life has definitely changed for the better. Like I don't question that at all. It's just it's one of those things like just turning 40 being like, because I remember when my mother turned 40. So she had me when she was 20. So we're 20 years apart. And I just remember like those little milestones in her life. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I just always used to be like, damn, they old as hell. But I don't feel old as hell now. So I guess that's like one of those things where it's like life is like laughing at you. Like 40 is really not that old. It
Nigga,
actually
you
isn't
made
old.
it.
Yeah. So far. We got to get there first.
Oh shit! How many more days you got?
Shit. What's today? When we're recording this, where the fuck's my calendar at on my phone? What the fuck? Oh, today is the 14th, so 12 days.
I think you could do it.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I mean,
I
listen,
got faith in you.
like I said, by the time this lands or this airs, I've been in Puerto Rico for a few days, so I'm looking forward to that. Good food, hanging out on the beach. I'm looking forward to wearing shorts all the time. I really am tired of wearing pants, but I would never live somewhere where it's warm all the time.
You gonna have your feet out?
Maybe,
That's like a black question. You had your feet out?
maybe,
they, ni-
allegedly,
why do niggas treat your feet like they're like a private part
because they kind of are.
for the foot niggas? Yeah.
I'm not a foot guy.
Is it like what is that?
I
I
don't
had
know.
people riffing on me as a kid because I was wearing sandals with no socks, and I was
Well,
like, "Why the
first of
fuck would
all,
you put
you
socks
can't
on?"
wear sandals in the hood, so you shouldn't be walking around the streets with your toes all out. Like,
I would though,
no,
and I,
listen,
and I was a kid.
right? And a lot of people do it. It's just I never understood that because I'm like, it was too much concrete. Are you bound to scrape your foot on something? But if there's sand around, yeah, throw on some flip flops. Why not?
Yeah. Not no Tim's.
Now,
Niggas on the beach with Tim's.
nah, I did that. I did that. When did I do that? 2005. First time I went to DR, I'm out there in Tim's on the beach. It was sick.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I did that. That was crazy. That was
Oh,
crazy.
that's some real hood shit right
It
there.
is.
The Tim's at the beach.
Because it's like you don't know any better, but you think you killing it. You're like, yeah, I'm chilling. Looking back, I'm like, yo, that shit was wild. Heavy ass
That's why.
Tim's.
That's why Castanet said black people ain't got no culture.
We don't, which is fine, but look, don't try to shit on us. Like, see, that's
What he
what.
said was true.
Yeah, but niggas, shut up.
He
Don't.
ain't had to say that.
Yeah, you don't.
Who are
But
these niggas? Who are these niggas?
You don't say that in front of the white folks. Shut up. Like,
oh man,
don't be pointing out our flaws, nigga. Fuck.
you want to go to Puerto Rico and pull out hot sauce and you trying to eat beans and rice?
First of all, I will
They got
definitely
hot
do
sauce.
that.
They already got hot sauce.
Yeah, it depends. It depends though on what it is because hot sauce goes good with everything. I
I
ain't
was in
mad at
Puerto Rico
that.
before. I was in Puerto Rico. I liked it.
Did you? Listen,
I
I'm
loved
looking
it.
forward to it. It should be a great time. Going with stepdaughter, son-in-law, the wife, birthday trip. They're always there, so I'm definitely going to be on some like adventurous shit. Like, I'm gonna be all over. I'm not just going to be in one spot, so I'm looking forward to that too. Like actually doing some real like, it's like going somewhere and hanging out with the locals. Like that's what
It
I'm
is.
looking forward to.
It's so much better.
Yeah, because I don't
It's
want
so
to.
much
I
fun.
don't want to go somewhere and just be like, oh, I'm at the resort. Look, for the do it for the gram. Like, nah, I want to get some real footage. I'm taking my gimbal. We're gonna be outside, and that's that.
If you have time, see if you can go to El Yunque, which is the rainforest. It's a mountain.
I think so. They sent it, they sent an itinerary.
Of course they
So
did.
yeah, I believe there's a rainforest on there. Something about hiking.
The
Um,
fucking food. There's like a little tiny ass hut up the top of that bitch on the side of the road, and they give you a paper plate of beans and rice and chicken, or whatever the fuck, but beans and rice, and then they give you a cup, like a glass cup that you gotta bring back with whatever the fuck that was, like some type of punch in that motherfucker. There's no seats. When I tell you, I found me a rock and
and you was
sat
chilling.
down and like sat cross-legged on this rock and was just like fucking this food up.
Well, we definitely gonna recap when I return. That we're gonna
The
do. We're
the food
gonna
was so fucking good.
yeah because yeah, I mean it's I'm looking forward to just like being there and just experiencing it all. Be drinking lots of beer. So there's
I'm
that.
happy for you.
Thank you.
So,
Mm-hmm.
after 15 years,
Where we at? What we doing?
after 15 years,
Yes.
what's the biggest change that you have experienced being online?
Oh, um, I would say just well, the biggest change what for me or just like in general.
For you?
Um, I guess like the seeing the newer generation like influx in right because at one point in time we were the young kids and now you're seeing the new young kid like when what was it? It was last week when one of the kids found out that OJ's name was a Renthal. It like blew my fucking mind because I was like, holy shit, I am old. I was like, these little niggas do not know that OJ Simpson's real name was Orenthal, and they're like so perplexed by it that they're just like, I don't know. It was like the first time we found out that Tupac was really dead or something. You know what I'm saying? Like when niggas was like, nah, he ain't dead. He over in Cuba. Nigga gonna come back after 7 years. Blah blah blah. Like nigga never came back. Whatever. But it's like it's one of those moments to where it's like you just see it and it makes you realize that you've been here for a while. You're like, holy shit, like, and also just seeing a lot of the conversations being reheated. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of the real conversations that we all had back in the day, to where as though like people started, I guess, finding their tribes and understanding what like what type of black person you were, I guess, growing up. It's like that. You just see all of that, and history's basically repeating itself. Like nothing new is being done. Everything's being recycled, but it's beautiful because it's like to see these young kids experience it without like any sort of regrets. And they're a little more aggressive in their like approach. Like if they know something and you don't know it, oh, they gonna make you feel like shit about it. They're like,
I
damn.
I think I love that these motherfuckers is nuts. These motherfuckers had Google when Google was something to depend on,
Mm-hmm.
and they've had like audio, they've had video, and they are so fucking judgy over like my generation because we have a 10-year, 11-year age difference. So my generation with the things like, so this R. Kelly sex tape that you speak of. So you mean to tell me there was a sex tape of R. Kelly with a little kid back in whatever the fuck? And we're like, yeah. And they were like, and nothing happened? And we were like, oh no. But not only did nothing happen, that shit was sold in the bodega
Right.
by the CD man. The
Right.
shit was in the UK. Motherfuckers from Jamaica was like, we seen it in Africa.
It's
We seen it
super
in Germany.
egregious.
We see like everybody fucking saw the shit. And they were like, okay, I get it. He made a tape, underage kid. Gotcha. So after the whole world saw the bitch, so now you're saying like every corner of the universe saw the fucking movie.
Yep.
So that's when everybody decided to get rid of this nigga. We're
No.
like, no, because he made Step in the Name of Love and I Believe
Right.
I Can Fly, and then
Everybody
life moved on. Like
everybody graduated to I Believe I Can Fly. I'm sorry,
life
that was
moved
like,
on, and
yeah.
and here we are in 2022,
And now he's
attempting to maybe
finally
kind of sort of
right.
get the motherfucker to be held responsible. So I love that they're like, so this thing about asbestos.
Yeah.
So this thing
Mesothelioma.
about
It's like, wait till y'all find out what they did with slavery. Y'all gonna really blow your fucking
they're
minds.
like, so you people were around because they are aggressive, like you said. If they don't know
Super
how to do anything,
aggressive.
they mobilize like a motherfucker.
They
Like
will
they start
shame the shit out of
hashtag
you.
Discord servers. There's like secret TikToks and like all these places where motherfuckers go speaking their own language, and they'll get together and do shit, protest shit, walk out of the fucking school,
Think
motherfucker.
about think about it like this.
I love it.
Think about it like this. Back in the 90s, when the first viral video was Rodney King getting his ass whooped by the police, right? That shit made it to the news. That shit went around the world 6 times. Those cops still got off, right? George Floyd happens in the fucking whole world because everybody's quote unquote at home and we're in a pandemic. So everybody's, oh my God, this is so wrong. How can they do this? Blah, blah, blah. It's like this shit has been happening. But for y'all to act like everybody's just like waking up and being like, oh my God, no way that they did this. It's like, yeah, once again, wait till the fuck y'all find out what really happened with slavery. Y'all really gonna lose your fucking minds.
Well,
Because
they'll never have a chance to do that because we're fucking remixing the books.
oh yeah, no, they
We don't want to talk
re-rocking
about
that shit.
slavery. It was uncomfortable for
What's his
people.
name? The DeSantis.
We don't. It was slavery was very uncomfortable for all
Yeah.
involved. It was very uncomfortable for
Nah,
everyone
what
involved.
was that lie they was rolling with? They were saying that they were gonna try to tell the kids that
We were helpers that
yeah,
came from
they
another country.
volunteered. Like niggas volunteer. "Yo, I'll get on that boat and I'll go over there and pick the
The
cotton for
Africans were
free."
kind enough to come over
Yeah.
and help us.
They came over here and volunteered to help build this country. What? Nigga, who?
Who are these niggas?
Who,
Who are these niggas?
Who
baby?
and why?
Cause we don't. Timmy gonna feel bad
Fuck Timmy.
if Timmy's great grandpappy was like
It was
dangling
racist.
was dangling humans from a tree.
Yeah. But also sleeping with all the black chicks. I mean, come on. We know what's going on.
Well, who ain't gonna sleep with other black chicks? Have you seen black chicks?
I mean, I'm with you. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, let me back up. What? But anyway,
Who and why? Oh my God. Back to Adderall. I wanted to talk about that. Like they really so how did America find out that Donald Trump is being pumped full of Adderall?
someone mentioned it. Someone who, well, I saw like it's so hard to figure out shit now because there's so much like random nonsense. So I think what happened was somebody who had an NDA can't speak on it that knows him, but the person he told the person was like, well, I didn't sign an NDA. So the thing is
The
that
last person that had an NDA with Trump spoke out. That fucking porn chick.
Trump was pumped with fucking Adderall and that he got loose bowels and that's why he wears a diaper and stinks.
Hold up.
And it's
Run
like,
that back.
whoa.
Run that back one more time.
A person who worked with Trump had to sign an NDA. He told his friend, and his friend said, I didn't sign an NDA. So what he told me was that Trump takes so much Adderall that it makes him have loose bowels. So he does wear an adult diaper and stinks.
Jesus Christ.
And that was years ago. I think it was like a show or something.
I mean, he doesn't look like he smells the freshest anyway, but I don't be trying to smell people anyway, so but that's me.
Does
How much
Adderall do that?
it depends. I mean, it depends
It
on how much you
depends.
take. I didn't even catch that one. That was a good one. I missed that one. I didn't even catch that one. But no, it does depend. I mean, most pills anyway are like made with some sort of laxative or whatever, you know, fucking
Some type
cutting
of
agents and
some
shit.
type of some type of doodoo,
Yeah,
some doodoo pill.
but I don't know. Like it never did that to me, but also didn't have an appetite. I was just go 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 go. But it also depends on whatever else he's taking.
And he eats like McDonald's,
Oh, so he has a shitty diet.
and he drinks like I think like Diet Pepsi, Diet Soda or some shit.
I believe that. That always blew my mind. Like when I worked at fast food, people will order mad shit and then get a diet soda.
Diet Soda.
For
Oh,
what?
oh, always, always.
For what?
I
You
like the
ever had
taste of
diet
it.
soda?
It's disgusting.
Yo, the shit tastes.
Like chemicals,
Ugh, it's
like cleaning
gross.
agents.
And it's like it's fake sugar, and it's like that's not fake sugar. Yo, I know what fake sugar tastes like, and that's not real sugar. Even though the shit that they put in regular soda ain't real sugar, that shit in diet soda is no, something ain't right. Like
It,
just
it
drink
used to give
fucking
me crazy
salsa.
gas, like wake me up out my sleep gas. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, is it the diet soda? Because I was trying to do like Pepsi One or some shit.
Oh my god.
And my homegirl was like, oh yeah, like it upsets your stomach. I was like, oh fuck no.
And then if you
And give me,
read it, it tells you it probably like causes cancer in lab rats or some shit. Like,
I mean, all of it does.
I mean, yeah, everything. I mean, we're gonna
But
die from
if
something.
I'm gonna drink chemicals, I want it to taste good.
No, I want it to taste like chemicals, so at least I know that it's gonna fuck me up.
There you go. There you go.
That's why I like tequila, because it doesn't taste like it's something you should be like enjoying. You like
You're
having
punished for drinking it. You're being punished.
that's always been my stance with drinking in general. Like if I'm gonna drink something, I need it to taste like not something that I want to keep drinking, because then you might just fucking die. It's like you
Oh,
just because alcohol is like the one thing that you can die off of $10 worth of alcohol.
well, if you're lucky.
Yeah, if
I
you're
mean,
lucky. What do you mean? No, I'm saying like you can go into the liquor store, right? Let's say a first timer, right? Go into the liquor store. Maybe not today. Maybe $20 to $100, and then $100 is even pushing it, because why the fuck do you need to spend $100 in a liquor store? Point being, the type of alcohol or the shit that you can buy in a liquor store that can kill you for less than $100 is insane. A bottle of Everclear kill you if you drink it
this is true.
fast enough and alone.
Oh my fucking god! Somebody slipped me goddamn Everclear
Oh, they slipped it to you? I took it voluntarily once. I was like, yo, let me try this shit.
because you're crazy.
And I was
They
like
slipped
so
it to me.
paranoid. I was like,
And my daddy made Everclear. I want no parts of that. I want the wine. Daddy makes wine. I like the wine. The Everclear,
hooch.
hell no. The hell no. My daddy used to make hooch. No, no, not that. Because like the smell was insanity. And the motherfucker gonna hand me some shit, and it looks like Sprite, and it had like a lemon in it, and I was like, oh. And I was dancing at the time. I was at a party, so I'm sweating. It's hot.
Definitely don't bounce around when you're drinking.
I'm sweating. It's hot, like hot, hot. I'm performing. It's like lights and shit, and I'm dancing and like all this going on. And they handed it to me, and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's sunshine." And I was like, "Yeah."
Sunshine. Yeah.
And I was like, "This isn't liquor." He was like, "No, it's not liquor." Why did I turn that bitch up to my mouth like a
Like it was a soda.
Pepsi commercial?
Yup.
Yo,
You thought you was grown, huh? Shit showed you.
well, I'm listening to a motherfucker who's paying me to stand here and be naked, so I thought I could
Hold
trust
up.
him.
This whole conversation just went way completely left.
Who are these niggas?
I was at, well, when I say party, I was at a party, about like a party.
But didn't you just say your uncle gave you the drink?
No,
Oh.
my dad and my uncle used to make it.
Okay. All right. See, I'm slow. I
So
was
I
like,
knew I wasn't like the smell of it was always like
I mean, it
disgusting.
still took a
My,
left turn, but it ain't that bad of a left turn.
and
It's just,
somebody uncle, and he made wine, and I like my father's wine, but him and my uncle would make hooch also, and I was like disgusted by it, which is why I asked, "Are you sure this isn't liquor?"
you have lived a life.
And he gonna tell me it's sunshine. And I'm like,
It's sunshine.
it looks harmless because it was clear as fuck.
That's some shit an old creep would say. Nah, this is sunshine, baby. Don't
With
even
a
worry about it.
it
Don't
looked
worry
clear as
about it.
fuck with a lemon in it, and I was hot and I was thirsty, and I just asked you, "Is there liquor in it?" And you don't
Your
lie
ass
to
thought
me
it was Sprite.
because I mean, you
It
can't
had
trust
bubbles in
nobody
it.
out here. You
No,
can't
you
trust
can't.
nobody out here. Old men paying young girls to walk around and be naked, and you think you could trust a motherfucker.
That's definitely not the motherfucker you should be trusting.
Well, here I am.
I mean, listen, you live, you learn. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that's kind of fucking
Hindsight is
weird.
2020.
It
I
is.
turned that I turned that bitch up, and by the like, if the throat I had left once I swallowed it, then I was like, okay, this shit gonna hit me. What the fuck does that look like exactly?
Yeah.
And then I got my chest like exploded, and it was like red and burning, and then my back started hurting, and then like I was like,
Everything.
oh, where am I? What's going on? And I got real drunk real fucking fast.
I bet.
And
Fucking
I'm
Everclear.
not even a drinker like that. I'm not even a drinker like that. So now I'm
No,
like,
you're
oh my
not.
god.
I remember
I'm like,
one
oh
time
my
I
god.
invited you out to hang out with the fam. You had a couple
I was
drinks.
drinking.
You had a couple. You was
Yes.
out. It was cool. I made sure you was good, but I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna invite Tracy for drinks again.
Oh, that's why I ain't getting more invites.
No, that's not it. I just haven't had any events to invite you to. But that's the llama roll with right now. You can't drink.
Everybody who knows me, I've been that bitch. I drink too much. I am somewhere asleep under the car, in the bushes, somebody's couch.
Listen, I respect that. I'm at that age now too. If I get too drunk, I'm going to bed. Like you ain't
I've
gonna
been
see
like
me.
that. That was me young too. I just knock out, and I've seen my siblings do the same thing, like drink retarded, and then like knock out, and then pop up like 15 minutes later,
Damn, that's
and do it
crazy.
all over again. I'm supposed to be able to figure things out. When I can't, I get confused.
You're like me. You get pissed off. You're like, fuck this shit. Where the hell's my lighter?
I'm supposed to be knowing shit.
You do know shit. The problem is like people that know shit, we are expected to know everything. That when you don't know everything, it frustrates the fuck out of you. Because you're like, motherfucker, I should know this. And it's okay not to know it. Like, listen, all of this shit that I know is from trial and error. And in the last 15 years, you should know that about me. I'm that motherfucker that, all right, push a button. Let's see what this does. Oh, that don't work? All right, try another one.
Shut the fuck up forever.